All right, so in this video, we're going to take a look at parallel lines and proportional parts when we're looking at triangles here. So we're just going to go ahead and start filling in the blank here and then look at our diagrams. So if a line or segment intersecting two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side, we must have the following kind of properties that follow. The two triangles formed are similar, thus corresponding sides are proportional. So, and it kind of looks more like this, and you can see it splits the triangle into these two pieces, which means that the corresponding sides will be proportional if it splits them into similar triangles. It needs to be a side parallel to the bottom. So it's kind of like we took this one, if you slide it back over, and we had this line going across here, creating a little triangle at the top, and then a larger overall triangle. And we can see here are the ratios for the corresponding sides. So I have the left side of the large one to the small one, so xv to xy, and then xw to xz, so that's this kind of top right side for both. And then I also have the bottoms corresponding, bottom to bottom. Also make sure that it's always going from the large triangle to small triangle, large to small, large to small. So they're always set up in the same order. We also have the second property, so the line or segment parallel to the third side splits the other two sides of the triangle into proportional segments. So just looking at the side lengths, they are also proportional. So we can see here's this line connecting, and it's parallel to the third side, and it splits the left side and the right side. So I have YV, which is kind of the second half, bottom half of the left side, to ZW, so that's the bottom half of the right side, and then I have the top half of the left to the top half of the right, so XY to XZ. So it makes the side lengths themselves proportional, but it also splits the sides into proportional pieces. So let's go ahead and apply this. So we have a triangle here, triangle WX, VWX, and the side VW is parallel to YZ. So we can see that. So I've highlighted that here. Given that XV equals 14, so I'm going to label that. Here's 14. And XY equals 6. And XW, so the whole other side here, equals 49. They want us to find XZ, which is just this small, the top right side there. So we have the whole right side, we have the whole left side, and we have a small piece, the top piece of the left side. Okay, so we're going to use the proportions that we just learned to find this, because I have the whole side length of the bigger triangle. I have the right and left side, and I have the right side of the small triangle, but not the left side. So I could use the proportional sides, or I could use the second proportion that splits it into pieces, because I could go 14 minus 6, and I could easily fill this piece in. But in order to do that with this one, I would have to go 49 minus kind of the question mark in order to have this piece down here. So that one's not as easy to use. So now I have the left side of the large triangle over the left side of the right triangle, and I have right side of the large triangle over the right side of the small triangle. So it's left to left, right to right. Large is on top for both, and small is on the bottom for both. So again, kind of two groupings there. Make sure you're paying attention to that proportion and how you're setting it up. And I kind of color-coded this based on, how I wrote the numbers here. So I'm going to have the left side of the large triangle is 14. The left side of the small triangle is 6. The right side of the large triangle is 49. And then we have our question mark for the right side of our small triangle. So now I'm going to cross multiply since I have a proportion. So 14 times question mark, and then 6 times 49. Remember that equal sign is still there. All I'm doing is simplifying the fractions. So now I have 14 times question mark equals 294, because I'm going to multiply those together, 49 times 6. Now, I don't want to know what 14 times the question mark is, right? I just want to know what's that question mark, what's that length there. So I'm going to divide by 14 on both sides. And so 14 divided by 14 cancels. 294 divided by 14 is 21. So this small piece here, XZ, has to equal 21 in order to make these similar triangles. All right, so that was using that third side with a line parallel to it going through the triangle to find some proportional lengths in the triangle. I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.